the car accelerated and hit my
I
car.
was asleep most of the time. That's what I'm saying. I worked long hours.
They didn't stop, so they took off actually.
Provide the court a copy of that insurance we can call to see if you had coverage. Let's see. I'll hear from you. Tell me why we're here.
On November 24th, I was at putting gas. After I put gas, I stopped to check for my tires, and then afterwards, I was basically waiting on the intersection so that I could get on the road. There was a red.
At where? At WWY and where?
I'm not from here, but it's like on WWY going towards I-10, I think it is.
Okay.
And then afterwards, there was a red Nissan Altima that was in front of me who had to go first so that I could afterwards go make a right turn to continue down that road. And then I just noticed that like the Nissan Altima was reversing a little bit, which is kind of strange. I thought that they were going to realize that they were reversing, but afterwards the car accelerated and hit my car. I do have a 2024 Toyota Corolla that I got recently.
All right. Let me look at it. And then what else?
They wrecked pretty much the front piece of my bumper.
What kind of car do you have?
And this is the license plate. I did file a police report for the incident since they did take off whoever was driving that car. So I have the police report here, which you have. So basically, they did dented the front bumper of my car. They broke the lights that are inside. I did take it to get an estimate, which they did. And they also mentioned that there might be any more damages on the inside since my front bumper didn't really come off. But whenever they take it off to look, that's when they can give me a really good estimate.
Right.
They might be able to charge you.
So right now you have a damage estimate of what, 2,500?
It's over that. So it's 2,486 for now until they take off the front bumper and see what other damages are there.
All right. Okay. All right.
Also, I do have the police report.
Did the car stop?
They didn't stop, so they took off actually. And my sister was with me and she was able to get a picture of the license plate, which is why I have the police report.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
Also, since that is the vehicle that I use on a daily to go to work and things like that,
drivable?
It's drivable, but they said that they will have to keep it in the shop so that they can replace the front bumper and the pieces. About a week and a half, depending on how long the piece. After the pieces come in, they're going to call me, and then afterwards they'll keep my car and work on it for like a week or a week and a half.
All right. All right. Okay, Mr. Allen, I'll hear from you.
Sir, on this situation, I have no idea. Like I told in the last hearing, I have no idea of this happening. All I know is an agent showed up to my door with a card to call him because I wasn't home. I called him. He came out. He looked at my car. He looked at the damages on my car and was like, "That's an old damage because someone had hit me months ago." And I was actually, somebody hit me and took off. So it was the same dent that's been there. And there's no other damage. If you look at the report from the officer that came out.
Well, let me ask you this question. Who was driving the car that day?
I wasn't driving. I have no idea.
I didn't ask you if you were driving. I asked you who was driving that car that day.
I don't know, sir. I have no idea who was driving it.
So who do you live with?
I live alone, but I had family.
Who do you lend your car to?
I had family from out of town. It was the holiday season. It was during Thanksgiving time. I worked all up until the day of Thanksgiving. I worked overtime, extra hours. I was tired of sleep during the day. So if one of my family members used my car, that's the only thing I could think of. But nobody ever told me anything. Like I said, after it was all said and done, this was after the holidays was over and everything went. The dent that was
your car. Well, they were here. Did you lend them your car to drive?
I didn't give nobody permission to, but my keys were here. I was asleep most of the time. That's what I'm saying. I worked long hours. I worked at night. So I slept most of the day up until it was time for me to go to work again.
Your keys are there, but somehow it takes keys to move a car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the only thing I can think of, sir, because I wasn't the one driving, is that one of my family members
I
actually,
know.
yeah. So, but nobody ever told me anything. So I
Well,
don't know who it
that's
was.
on them. That's on them. That's not.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. That's all I know, though. I mean, I can't say anything other than that because I don't know what happened. Nobody ever told me anything. All I did was get an agent come to my door a month or so later, and left a note on my door, a card on my door with a number. I called the number. They told me about the situation. That's the first time I've ever heard anything. And when they told me that, I was like, okay, well, what do I have to do? And he said, well, sir, I have to come out, take a look at your car, take pictures. And he did all of that. And I was like, okay. And he said, just wait for the court date. And I was like, okay, I'm just following everything, the procedure that they told me to follow.
All right.
From that day,
Did you have insurance?
at the time I did have insurance. Yes, I did.
All right.
And
So
I gave the insurance to that officer that came out and looked at my car.
all right. Do you have insurance now? Well, can you provide the court a copy of your insurance card?
I don't have insurance as of now. I need to get new insurance on my car as of now.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. You're telling me you had insurance on November 24th, 2024. Can you
Yeah.
provide the court a copy of that insurance so we can call to see if you had coverage?
Yes.
All right. What is it? What was the name of the insurance company that you had, and the policy number?
I mean, look it up on my phone real quick.
Did you ever talk to him?
I never spoke with him. I only spoke with the officer, and then I was communicating with a detective who did tell me that he didn't have insurance, which is why they took off.
No, that's not true. That detective that came out is the one I gave the insurance to. He took a copy of everything.
That same day that I filed the police report, he did. When I gave him the license plate number, he said he looked it up in the system. They do not have insurance, and then obviously the police was like, if they didn't have insurance, that's probably one of the reasons why they took off.
Well, like I said, I had insurance. I'm looking it up right now, and I provided it to that agent that came out.
All right. Okay.
I'm trying to find out where I had it at. It's in my on my phone, man.
All right. You have a license?
No, I don't. My license is right now suspended. So,
Why,
and that thing, I don't.
why is it suspended?
Yes, sir. Huh?
Why is it suspended?
Because I have a no insurance ticket with well, I have a surcharges that need to be paid before I can get my license back.
Where do you work, then?
I'm sorry.
Where do you work?
I work at Randolph. At Randolph, at the bank, Randolph.
At what?
At Randolph Brooks,
Hmm?
Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
I work at the building right over there on Live Oak.
All right. And so, what are you going to do if the car gets into the shop?
That's the thing, though. I did speak to the guy. I mean, the only way for me to get to work would be to get a rental, but I wouldn't have to be in this predicament if it wasn't. I just don't find it fair. Because all you had to do was literally, and there was enough space in between my car and that Chevron. You could have went forward because there was like two entrances, one to go on the road. He could have went forward or this way to turn towards the light. That person purposely reversed into my car.
Oh, what happened?
So,
What probably happened was that he was messing with his phone and put the
or
car,
something.
and then didn't put it back into.
But the thing is, I did give that benefit of a doubt because at first they were reversing slowly. So I was like, okay, they're going to realize they're reversing, correct? I try to reverse, but at the same time, since there's another entrance, anybody could be walking behind me. So I don't want to just try to reverse to save myself. What if I would have hit somebody or whatever the case may be? But after reversing slowly, they did accelerate and reverse into my car. And that's when I realized that they did it on purpose. Whoever was driving did it on purpose. And then, not even to stop, they took off. Thankfully, my sister was with me to catch a picture of the license plate, and then we called the cops. So that was just I don't know, on purpose, honestly.
Okay, here's my policy right here. Uh, yeah, this is it. And this is what I sent what I gave to the agent. And it was, my policy was good from May 27th, 2024 to November 27th, 2024.
What,
And if you want,
okay, so what's the the company?
okay, the company is, hold on, Progressive.
All right, so who's my clerk? Where's my clerk? All right, Progressive, what's the policy number? And let's make the phone call. See if he had insurance, so we can, policy number, because this happened on November 24th and you had it
November
till the
24th.
27th, 28th.
Yes, sir. And this is what I gave to the agent. And my policy number was 981-74-2395.
Okay. And let's make sure we have the right name. Leslie Allen. All right, so we finding out. And you said okay. The officer there told you that he checked.
He did check. He had like
They can.
he had a device, and then when I told him the license plate number, because it had just happened, we remembered the license plate. My sister took a picture, and when he took out the device and he asked me, "What is the license plate?" and I showed him the picture, he put in the license plate number, and no records came back.
Yeah.
And that's when he explained to me, usually when things happen like that, when they don't have like insurance, they usually take off, and they don't want to stop or anything. They just
Doesn't look like one of their policy numbers, and when she looked it up, she couldn't find anything. So I'm gonna ask him to email us his actual.
Yeah. Can you email us your card or take a picture of it?
Hold on.
Because they're saying that doesn't look like one of their numbers.
Yeah, I have my card right here. I don't know. I don't have that policy anymore, but at that time.
Well, I know. I mean, that's okay if you don't have the policy anymore. But
What's the email? What's the email number?
It should be there in the chat.
okay, all right, no, okay. We contacted Progressive and no, you were not covered. All right, here we go. All right, thank you for being patient. All right, having heard the evidence, it's the judgment of the court that the plaintiff recover from the defendant the amount of $3,500 for his court costs, $2,500 for the estimate, and I'm projecting that because you're going to have to rent a car or something to that effect, then the incidental expenses are roughly another $1,000 for $35 plus costs. Defendant either negligently drove the vehicle into your car, causing the damage, or negligently entrusted the vehicle to someone else, and he's ultimately responsible for that. All right. And so this is not a court of record. You have an absolute right to appeal the court's decision. All right, we'll get an order prepared and we'll send you a copy. Anything further?
How long do I have to appeal this? Because I wasn't driving.
Well, that's you can call the clerk and they'll give you that information. You get a copy of the judgment, then you can send it to DPS. And he doesn't have a license, but if a judgment is entered against a person, like for damages, in it then they can put a hold on his license. So he won't be able to get the license until he pays off this judgment. All right, there you go. Good luck to you.
How much is it
All
that
of
you
your
said?
excuse, $3,500 plus the
Now,
cost.
how am I supposed to pay that?
Well, she can execute on that judgment however she can.
Well, I don't have that kind of money to pay that.
Well, then you can enter into an installment agreement and pay her on a monthly basis, X amount of dollars.
Installment agreement with who?
With this young lady here.
Well, how do I do that?
Well, you have her information. You can get a copy of the police report. Her name is Yadi Rodriguez Thompson.
Thomas.
I don't have a copy of
Thomas. I'm sorry.
I don't have a copy of the police report.
Well, you have a
I
copy.
have a copy of the police report.
If you can, we'll make a copy, and then so we can send it to him.
I can send him your email if you want.
I would prefer email, honestly.
Email?
If anything, just communication via email.
Just send him.
Or
I can send him your email on the chat right now, if you want,
to see how
so
we're
he
gonna
can
make
get in contact with you to make payment arrangement.
Mm,
If that's
I
what
don't-
and if you don't want that, then
not
Oh, okay.
really. Um, I don't know if there's a time frame we could put for him to get the money.
Pardon?
I don't know if there's a time frame for him.
The DPS. If you look at the DPS website, they have form contracts where he agrees to pay a certain amount of money and in an installment, whatever amount that you want, and then
Okay, I guess that's
you submit it to DPS.
okay. I guess that's fine.
I don't know.
Well, how do I go about appealing this, though, sir?
Well, check with the clerk. They'll tell you. All right.
All right, thank you.
Or look at the court's website. It should tell you. All right. There we go. We're done. We're gonna stand in recess. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Do that. And you will forward me the orders.
yes, I have some ready. I'll go around and.
All right, I'll go to the.
Thank you, George.
Thank you. So
Nobody, neither one of them. It was the same.
It's just ain't nobody saying it.
But it's showing they still don't hang up, but you're gonna get contempt of court or some other stuff. So and ask someone to dismiss or hello, some ask someone to dismiss. So
Excuse me, Your Honor. Hello?
just
Your Honor, am I dismissed? Is that a yes?
If your involvement in a dispute with another party such as this and you just can't seem to work it out, don't resort to taking the law into your own hands.
We'll hear the litigants' reaction after these messages.
All right, thank you very much. Officer Bell's waiting for you, and that will bring this case to a conclusion.